Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Breaking Bells. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, joined by, again, you guys know this. This is my favorite Twitch streamer in all the land, Mr. Bergability.
Such praise.
What's up, Berg? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just enjoying the day.
And the scramble.
Yes, the scramble. I was not ready to do this. You guys can't see it, but like 2 minutes before all of this, I was scrambling.
It was the best. It was the best thing ever. So I gotta thank you before I begin. I actually bought the Hue lights.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know whether to thank you or be mad at you, honestly.
It's an addiction. Once you start buying the rest of your house and you just start like dropping money,
dude. I'm like, the first hit was $200. Because the color lights.
How many did you get?
4. I got the 4-pack.
Okay.
I got the 4-pack plus the hub.
Yes.
So the first pack is that's like the hit. That's the big hit. The first.
Oh yeah.
One.
Once you're into it though, you can justify it because you're like, I'll just buy this lamp.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. Because you're only buying like one. Because then you could buy like 1 or 2 bulbs at a clip.
Exactly.
You'll have to buy 4 or and the non-color ones aren't that bad price wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you want the color ones.
Well, not my not my kitchen.
Don't you?
You know what?
See, that's the trap. But you're like, it'd be neat to turn these like maybe purple one day or something.
That's true. I can have a Christmas party and have all the lights different. You know what? I think I'm just gonna keep the color.
I'm just ruining your wallet. I should get like an affiliate link or something so I can get some of this money.
You should. I would just buy them right through you and be good to go.
Yeah.
So, real quick, we'll start off the show. We'll kind of get into this. And the first question that I throw at everybody, or I should probably explain this because you are the first episode. I'm doing this. This is actually the third episode I recorded. But you're actually going to go up first. So I should explain this to people. So, for those that remember how Breaking Bells originated, it was supposed to be myself and my wife. And then that kind of devolved pretty quickly. We did 1 episode, and then I got with Sean's wife, Chelsea, and we were doing the show for a few weeks. Schedule problems, her being pregnant and actually having a baby, kind of took that into a weird direction just because it was so hard to link up. Plus, it was very difficult to come up with topics every single week with not much going on in the Animal Crossing world, except for now and then you get a bump in news. So I decided to kind of change the format a little bit and to basically have this a guest-driven show. So each week I will bring on a new guest, and I will start with 2 questions. First question will be, what is your first time into Animal Crossing? Like how you got introduced to it? And then what's your favorite version of it? And then we'll just kind of have a chat after that. So Berg is actually the first one to go officially. But the nice thing about this show is I can kind of record whenever I want to. So it's a benefit. Like I said, I've already got... You're the third person.
First episode.
You're the first episode.
But not first.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, I've already done this a bunch of times. So, no. This is actually going to go up first. So, and it'll be a weekly show like it always was. So you guys can look forward to that. And if you are listening to this for the first time and you're interested in coming on and talking about Animal Crossing at Nintendo Gurus, and we will we'll book you on and have a conversation about this. So, Berg, with that, what is the first Animal Crossing game you ever played?
Oh, the OG one for the GameCube back in the day.
Now, see, the OG one is actually the N64
Okay, it's not the N64 one from Japan or whatever. Calm down. The OG American one, okay?
I had to do that to you.
I know. I should have prefaced it. I should have known you would.
Of course you know I would.
It's my fault for falling for it.
I gotta take little digs where I can. What how did you get introduced to it?
We got the GameCube. We, as in my family, got the GameCube for Christmas one year. I was like real young. I don't know how old I was when that came out or when we got it, but we got that with like the standard array of like good games. Like I think Luigi's Mansion came with the GameCube back in the day, so that was with it. Animal Crossing, and then Smash, and I think
Okay.
that was it for what we like started with.
Hmm.
So it was those 3 games, and Animal Crossing was just kind of one of them. And then I played it, and then that was it.
So being a kid though at that time, like
Hmm.
it wasn't one of those things of like, no, I don't want to play this, or this is kind of corny. It's for a kid, it's kind of
Hmm.
probably one of those games that just enlightens you, kind of like you're talking to animals and stuff, and it's
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was always just like a cute, like, oh, look at my little animal neighbors, and like I don't know, I like the Sim type games. So like I
hmm
actually played The Sims when I was little.
hmm
I'm trying to think of like any other simulation esque games. I can't think of any, but yeah, I really enjoyed that type of like you just build stuff and you get to like control the world and whatnot. So it was appealing.
Now, when you say you were young, like
Hmm.
how old is this?
Oh God, I'm trying to think of like what grade I was in. I was probably like 12.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so
Okay,
when you said
maybe
you were
younger.
young,
I
I'm thinking
actually don't know.
when you say you're
When
young,
did
I'm
the
thinking like,
GameCube
what are
come
you,
out?
4 or 5? Like, but no, you're 12 or okay.
When did the GameCube come out though? The GameCube came out in 2001.
Was it one? I thought it was four.
I just Googled it, so
Okay,
unless
2001.
Google's lying.
No, well, it could be. Google likes to lie. So 2001
um,
it came out.
I don't know if I got it the first year that it came out though.
But Animal Crossing wasn't a launch title. That came shortly after, if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
true.
I think Animal Crossing was 2003.
Okay, so 2003 that would have been. I would have been like 8 or 9 then,
Okay,
probably.
but
Still a
still,
little bit younger.
you're still, yeah, you're not, you know, you're able to handle a controller. You're able to play a game,
Yes.
like you understand what's
Yes,
happening
it's not
here.
just me being like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
colors and noises.
Exactly, exactly. Um, so so then, what is your favorite Animal Crossing game of them all?
That's a very loaded question. It's hard to decide one because,
Uh,
like, I think just objectively, New Leaf is like the best,
hmm
just because there's the most to do in it and you have the
hmm
most option and control. But like, I don't know. I think the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
hmm
I should stop saying original.
PG, say
uh,
PG, because Animal Crossing
PG?
fans know what PG means.
What does PG
Oh
mean?
my God, are you kidding
Oh,
me?
population growing.
Okay,
Sorry.
my
Yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah.
man, you're
I was like, that's not how you abbreviate GameCube. Yeah, population growing was I don't know, it's just like it's nostalgic to me, right? Like I played a lot of that as a kid and
Mhm.
like all of my friends played it as well, so we'd like go over to each other's houses with memory cards and like go
Oh
to
my
each other's
God,
towns and stuff.
I
Like
wish.
yeah, it was like we actually used that stuff and like I had the Game Boy Advanced adapter thing as well, so you could go to the island and play the mini games and stuff.
Did you have
So
e-read? Did
like
you have an e-reader as well?
no, I didn't have an e-reader. I don't think were those even big in America at the time. I thought
They
those were
were
more of like
decent.
a
They were bigger in Japan.
yeah. That's what I thought.
They were decent here in the United
Yeah,
States. We had, you know, but Animal Crossing was probably the biggest game that used them.
yeah, but even
Um,
that, I mean, it wasn't that crazy either.
I mean, the main reason, I mean, you would get different outfits. You could, I mean, I
Yeah.
have some e-reader cards now. I like to look at them occasionally, see what they're. But you could get different outfits, different
Hmm.
furniture. It was kind of like DLC before DLC was actually even
Yeah.
thought about. Um,
Physical DLC.
yeah, physical DLC, and then the other thing, you could actually get NES games by scanning.
Oh yeah,
signing.
those were the best. You could
Yeah,
cheat for those though,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you
because they
definitely
had
could.
those like little codes that you could like give to Tom Nook and he'd give you stuff. I
Yeah.
had the 30,000 bell because that was the biggest bell bag you could get. I
Mhm.
had that code memorized. And it was like it wasn't just like A B X Y.
No,
It was like
it's
weird special characters
yeah,
and like it was like ZX3 key and like
it's
it was like a
crazy.
25 character thing and I just
Yeah.
like I'd sit there and just type that in for like hours.
So you could do it numerous times or just once?
Yeah. Oh no, you could do it as many times as you wanted.
Oh
You
my
just had to
God.
re-put the code in every time.
Oh, so you just sat there. You were like
Yeah.
Rockefeller running around. Like,
Yeah, just rolling in the bells. Tom Nook would just hand me 30K. Animal Crossing, yeah, the GameCube one is the only one that I've ever completed my home loan in.
That's really.
Yes,
Not even
only
a new
because
leaf?
I would just cheat.
Oh my God! Not even a new leaf.
Well,
That's crazy.
no, because I think in New Leaf, like, you just kind of there's a lot more, so it's way more expensive. So it's much more of a time commitment, just
Yeah.
in and of itself. There, because like in the original one, it was just like 3 or not 3. There were like 5 or 6 upgrades.
There's 5 or 6 upgrades, but you also didn't have someone handing you 30,000 bells at the drop of a hat.
Also
Like,
true.
that makes it a little easier. You know what I mean?
Yes. And like I think with City Folk specific or not City Folk, New Leaf, there's just so much to do and so much more that you can spend your money on. Like for me, Animal Crossing, like I almost never like worry about the stuff that's in my house because especially in like the newer ones where you can actually like control what your town looks like more and like do more stuff with that. It's like I'd rather spend my bells making the town look nice because that's where I'm gonna be most of the time when I'm playing this game.
Yeah, because who really hangs out in the house?
Right? I mean, like I don't just go sit in my house and be like, yeah, this looks nice. I did good. Like I mean, it's fun to do that occasionally, but like
it's fun to go in there and decorate once in a while and kind of make a room a certain thing, or but mainly it's for storage. Honestly, you know what I mean, and
just dump all your stuff or collecting stuff
for the most part, and then it isn't to me until the end game, like when I've paid off the loan. That I go, okay, now let me try to get like the Happy Home Academy to get the high score to get like.
Oh, see, I never got into that.
Oh
like,
man,
ever. I never care about like the points.
Well, because what happens is they start to give you like special items. Like I'm able to like do my house in gold. Like there's all this crazy stuff you can do at the end. So it's like it makes it a little bit worthwhile. Not too much, but a little bit. So that's pretty much it. So, but for me, okay, between us, you know, let's rank the order of games. So, and when I say rank, we'll just mainline games. I'm not going to worry about the other one. So, number
is this
one,
like personal preference or objective?
This is personal. We can kind of make it personal. We can talk about it a little bit and say what makes it better. So what? Okay, so number one,
I would say has to be New Leaf.
New Leaf is number one. Okay, number two is Population.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then City Folk.
You think City Folk above Wild World?
City Folk and Wild World are like the same thing.
They're pretty much the same game.
Just one's on the Wii and one's on the DS.
And there's just a couple of slight things, like you go to the city.
Yeah, which wasn't that great.
No,
but
that was horrible.
I actually am not like the biggest fan of handheld gaming. So that's why I have a preference for City Folk over Wild World.
You know, the crazy thing is and I was just talking, like, literally a couple hours ago, I was talking to N64 Josh, who he was the opposite. He was like, to me, he's like, he was like, I like to play it on the home console. He said, but the best way is the handheld. And I'm like, yeah, no, like I prefer it on a home console if I can play it on a home console. But the reasons why I like to have it on the go is like if I go away on vacation. I don't have to leave.
You can keep up with your town and stuff, yeah.
Because that's the hardest thing, man. That's the hardest thing to do.
The 3DS had a lot of cool features too, with like street passes and stuff like that, where it's like that actually, like that's super cool.
Yeah.
But you know, that's why we have the Switch now. We can do both.
Well, hopefully,
we don't have to worry.
But that's hopefully they have some cool features like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the Switch has any sort of like street passy.
I don't think
kind of like always on stuff.
Well, who knows though? They could. You know,
they could do like a local connect or like I don't know. Maybe they have like a passive mode or something.
Who knows? But the cool thing about for me, one of the cool things about Street Pass was like I would go to Best Buy and like get the free gifts. Like go in, open it up, and then go to the town and get the free gifts. And
dude, I remember back in the day. This is kind of not Animal Crossing related, but it's Nintendo related. They had you could go to like GameStops or like Target or Walmart, and you could bring your DS, and they had like the download play. And you could like download a little demo for a game, and you get like five or so levels or something. But it went away when you turned your DS off.
Yeah,
I went and it was like a Mario versus Donkey Kong game. And I got the download demo, and I just left my 3DS on for like a month. I was like, I don't want this to go away. This game's so good. Just playing the same 10 levels, keeping it plugged in all the time so it wouldn't die, and just never turning it off.
So, with the GameCube, what are some of your fondest memories with that version of Animal Crossing?
Oh, God. I don't even know. It's been so long. I mean, I really just liked, I think, just like fishing and just like hanging out in that game. Like, I like, as dumb as that sounds, it's such like a generic response, but it's like I just sunk so much time into doing that when I was little, and just like I would just walk around town and like talk to the random villagers, and like I tried to. What was the other thing? They used to do those really cool models in the GameCube version where you could get like the town hall model.
Oh,
like the grass model. And they were like super hard to get unless you cheated for them, but which I did. But I would always try and create like town replicas or like a big map in my house. So I'd get like the biggest floor possible, and then I'd get a ton of the little models, and I would like recreate the town in the house.
That's kind of cool. That is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know why I like that, but I would like draw my own like wallpaper and stuff that was like clouds and whatnot to like throw up.
That's pretty
It's
neat,
fun.
though. That's pretty neat. So,
Yeah, it was just difficult.
so question you. So you paid off the loan. Was there
Mhm.
any other accomplishments that you accomplished in the first one?
Not that I can think of. I mean, everyone gets like Nookingtons and like the big Nook store and
Yeah,
everything.
but I mean, like, did you complete the fishing? Did you catch all the fish?
Oh God, no! I've never completed my encyclopedia in
Oh
any
my
of them.
God, dude.
That's so much work. I don't think I've ever caught a scorpion or a tarantula in New Leaf.
Get out of here.
They're so difficult.
They
I've
are
only
difficult.
ever seen them like 3 times, and by the time I see them,
They
I
got
don't
you.
have enough time to react, and then I screwed up.
Well, here's the thing: if you're gonna scorpion hunt, scorpions are. I'm trying to think which one is which. Tarantulas will come after you no matter what. They'll chase you.
Oh, okay.
And
And
or no,
scorpions run.
no. Okay, scorpions will chase you if you have your net out.
Mm,
If you don't have the net out, they'll kind of now. If you walk up on it, it'll bite you.
okay.
But if you have your net out, it'll come after you. So you have to kind of be ready for that one. The tarantula will just jump out as well. But with the tarantula, the way to catch a tarantula is you actually just get a headset and plug directly in
Oh, and then you just listen.
and you listen. Because when you
Wow.
get in the area of it, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
But the problem with the tarantula is they'll also and the scorpion, they'll jump into the water.
Yeah.
So you gotta
just
like,
bail out.
yeah. But I love to catch them because in the museum they fight each other.
Yeah.
It's like
I've
so
seen that
cool,
before.
man. It's so cool.
I mean, it's really cool that they actually added like bugs that are harder to get because, like, obviously they have the fish that are like kind of difficult.
yeah,
But like to actually add stuff that's like more of a challenge and give you something to work towards.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that, I never understood why they don't have like a gyroid or gyroid or however you're supposed to say it. Why they don't have like a museum exhibit for it.
yeah, man.
Like, it's so weird because they're like such a collectible thing, but
Yeah.
like most people only go for like one set of like 4 or 5 of them maybe
Yeah.
or something. And like they
I-
kind of gave you a place to show them off in New Leaf where they're like you can put them on Brewster's stage.
yeah,
But like
it's to me, like I would get them just to have them in my inventory and have them. But like,
Yeah.
once you sell them, you can't get them back unless you dig them up again. I agree. There should be a place that you put them up to display them. That
Yeah.
would be honestly.
That's not in your house. And like in New
Yeah.
Leaf, I tried to do that with like the bonus museum rooms that you can get,
But dude,
where you
fill it
just
up
like
too
throw
quick.
whatever you want in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many of them that you just don't have room for them.
Yeah. I see, and the weird thing about those things is I've never utilized them properly because you're
Same.
supposed to put them in the room with music, and they'll kind of play along with the music.
They don't really though.
No, they don't. But it's they. I guess okay. So I guess they spice the music up to some degree, or they do a
Okay.
little. You know what I mean? Like they'll kind of
Yeah,
dance and move in time with it, but the
Yeah.
noise they make will kind of sometimes compliment it. Sometimes it's just weird. But sometimes
Yeah, and you
it
have to
sounds
find the
good.
right ones for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I
So,
guess is kind of the appeal of it. But it's like, I don't know. That's just such a weird thing.
yeah,
Especially because there's like no guide or like reference in the game at all of like what any of them are or what they're for. Like they're just kind of there and
Yeah.
there's like zero reason for them.
it's one of those weird things in that game because
Mm-hmm.
everything else you could search the internet. There's guides on it, how to get them, what you need to do, everything. Those
Yep.
things, it's like nobody.
It's just random.
Yeah, nobody even like talks about it. It's like this weird underling thing that nobody's like. Oh, let's
Everyone
not-
has all those rumors on it too, where
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, they show up after rain because they're like the Japanese totem for death or whatever,"
Oh, I never heard.
or like
that.
they bury them. You have never heard
I've
that?
never
Oh,
heard
that
that.
surprises
I
me.
do know they
One of
show
the-
up. I do know they show up after rain.
One of the rumors for that is like apparently it's like culture somewhere. I don't want to say the country because I don't know what it is, but it's like culture that you'd like bury dead relatives with like a little statue thing,
Get
and
out.
that like the rain is like washing them up so that you can dig them up.
That's creepy.
Not that that's like confirmed or
No, but that's
true,
creepy
that's
as hell,
like one
man.
of those things that like the internet does.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if that was true? That'd be so creepy. And basically, you're digging up spirits. Like you're
I
digging
mean,
up.
yeah, pretty much. You're just essentially digging up like graves of people.
That's weird. That is so creepy, man. Oh
Now
my
you're gonna
god.
like be searching copy pastas or creepy pastas for that tonight.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be
Just
looking.
gonna be reading all the Animal Crossing horror freaking fanfic.
Could you imagine, man? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, good lord. What is your so? What's your favorite thing to do in Animal Crossing?
In the new one, in New Leaf, I just like making the towns look nice. And like,
Now, when you say the towns look nice, are you a path person or are you
yes,
just
path and flowers and like getting the houses in the right spots.
Yeah.
Granted, plot resetting sucks,
Oh,
but
that's
like
horrible.
once you get your stuff down in the nice like area and then like laying out the paths and everything super nicely and then getting all like the um hybrid flowers and everything, like making it all look super nice.
The
Because my town was like pretty much every square was covered with like a path or a flower or something.
that's how mine get. Mine get pretty
Mhm.
pretty regimen in terms of
Yeah.
like I went on I used to use Tumblr a lot
Hmm.
and download QR codes
Oh yeah, yeah.
and basically like I would grab like ones that had like steps that made it
Oh,
look like there
yeah.
was steps in. So
Mhm.
like I would on the curves like where it felt
Mhm.
like a curve, I'd put like a step or two, and then like have like a little like a little platform up top, and
Mhm.
then oh my god, it was like so awesome. Like I
It's
hope
really cool.
I hope in the new one they give you more ability to make more paths.
Yes, if you could do that in like an hour, just like your entire town, just like have
Well,
a built-in tool to do that,
I
it'd be
don't.
so much nicer.
Yeah, I don't mind how long it takes me. What I do mind is like if you put the wrong path down, you gotta kick it up, and then what
Hmm.
I wish too there was a way to like lock it in, so they
Oh yeah, so you
can't
can't kick it.
you can't kick it. That like
Hmm.
maybe there's a way that like. But what I mean is, in order to do a path properly, um, I use borders typically. So I have
Hmm.
like left borders, right borders, top
Yeah.
borders, bottom borders,
Yep, same.
all that. But there's not enough spaces
Hmm.
in your design. You
Yeah,
always
so you
have
need
to
to
make
get
a
like
second character.
yep, or like 3 characters if you get the real intense ones.
Yeah, and
Because
then
like technically the like corners, you have like the inside corners and the outside corners,
yes,
and like depending on how it bends, you need
yeah.
more, and it's like oh my god.
And then the other problem is if you kick up one, you got to go.
Hmm.
Oh
Oh
crap!
yeah,
Which
save and go
character
to the other
had that one?
character.
And then you go to the wrong
So
character, and
bad.
it's like, oh shoot. What
But,
I
like,
used to do is I used to put all the bulk on one character,
Hmm.
and I used to treat him as my maintenance character. And
Yeah.
then once a day, I would like have that person like run through the town,
Yep.
fix borders or whatever. He was like my maintenance guy, and then fix everything, and then go back home, and you're locked away for 24 hours. Stay away.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they actually had a tool for that though, like even if they gave you like default paths or like
Yes.
they had like a variety of them and you could just kind of like draw and it would like automatically do the edging and the
Yeah.
borders and stuff.
The other thing too
I
is
just like it'd be cool if they did like not a grid system or at least like a smaller grid system. And they like kind
Oh,
of did that with
yeah.
they kind of did that with the houses in New Leaf after the update came out
Mhm.
because you could get the happy home and you could like move in like half increments.
Yes.
So like even being able to do that would give so much more like control.
The other thing too is I hope they find a way to finally eliminate the missing path, meaning like when you would take a path up to like a building, and
Oh
then
yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
block
Yep.
in front of the door is
Mhm.
always
So annoying.
oh you should try because it just makes it look that
Yep. And
it's
then
like-
if you wanted to make it look nice with your border, you had to get a specific one that like cut
Mhm.
in right there. Oh,
Yep.
so dumb.
I know I
Yeah.
know.
That and being able to put trees like or yeah, trees like right next to rocks or something.
Yeah.
Like or right next to rivers as well. Like I get why they do that, but it's like, just give me control over everything.
Yeah, I know. I want to
Because
be able
there's
to
so many instances where it just sucks.
Well, then you had the people that put them in the water. Was that
The
talking-
hackers.
Was that talking? Who was I talking to?
I don't think it was me.
No, there was a girl I had on Nintendo Talk. I believe it was Alexa Legacy,
Mhm.
and she was talking about she hacked her no yeah I don't know whatever, but she hacked it and she had
Yep.
trees in the water, and I'm like,
Mhm.
that's not even like why. What's the appeal?
There are some cool things that I've seen with that though. If you go to some hack dream towns, you can like hack in certain like house items into your town that are like plants, and if you
Hmm.
put them in the water, it looks like weeds and like cattails and stuff.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So it like adds more character to like your ponds and stuff,
That would be
which is
kind of
like
cool.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
But
Um.
yeah,
So so you played Wild World. You
hmm
played City Folk.
yes, I've
What
played all of them.
what's your pro cons on those two games?
Oh gosh, I don't remember too much from Wild World, honestly.
I mean, they're basically the same game, the two of
Yeah,
them.
that's true. I mean, what are we pro conning it to? Just like what was good in it, what was bad
Yeah,
about it?
exactly. What did you enjoy
Yeah,
about it?
so
What didn't you like about it?
I
You know?
think in City Folk specifically, like the city sucked.
Yeah.
Like there was no reason to go there really, because like everything that was there, it was like, oh, you have Katrina, but like I'm not gonna go do that every day because it takes like 10 minutes to get there because of
Yeah.
loading,
Yes.
and then I like it doesn't do anything for me really. Specifically with like the different shops there, like Katrina's didn't really give you anything. Harriet's
Mhm.
and the Shoe Shine you really only go to once until you get the thing that you want.
Yeah.
And then once you have it, there's no real reason to do it again. The Gracie Gray store where everything was just like stupid expensive, it's like you can't really just go there and buy furniture.
No,
And
you have
since it
to.
only changes once every like 4 months, it's like,
Yeah.
there's
You're,
not a reason to go there.
yeah. Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what's there. And then like the theater was kind of cool, but like the emotions were like not worth it at all in
Mm-mm.
City Folk because it's like you're
No.
not playing online with people generally. And like even the auction house, I don't even remember how that thing worked.
So you put
You could like,
items up. You
yeah,
could put items up in there, and your
but
friends also could see.
only your friends though.
Only your friends could see
Okay.
the items in there, and then you could bid on them. And then sometimes they sold, sometimes they didn't. But they only let you put them up for a little bit of money. Like you really
Yeah.
couldn't go. You couldn't make a lot of money in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Which like you think that they like it's a neat concept. It'd be way cooler if they like opened it up to like way more people. Or like
yeah,
I guess at the time like maybe they just didn't have the internet because it's Nintendo
it
and
was still kind of new.
they're not good at doing internet things.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But like even with the 3DS version, it's like they could have done something like that
Yeah.
that was similar that would have like worked a lot better.
They they had retail where you could put stuff up for sale.
Yeah, but people
again,
couldn't
that's
buy
only,
it. Even in like Dream Towns, like people couldn't buy it.
yeah. But
So
with retail, it left it to your villagers did buy stuff if it was
mhm.
reasonable. Like
Yeah,
if
that's true. But you had to like force them to.
not really. If it was
They
if
wouldn't
you
passively buy it, would they?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, would they? I
Oh
thought
yeah,
they had to
man.
be in the store and you had to like see
No.
them ping it.
Mm-mm. If you put it at a
Mm.
reasonable price, then yeah, you could. They would buy stuff.
Interesting.
So I mean, you could get them to push. You could push them to buy stuff
Oh yeah.
if you were in the store talking to them. But like, yeah, they would buy. I had a couple of people buy stuff when I went, but I really
Okay.
didn't. It was cool for novelty effect.
Yeah, but yeah, and that's the thing. It's like that's not a reasonable way to make money because it's like
No.
you might as well just sell everything normally at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Just make the money and then be done with it.
yeah. Because you're only going to make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
When you do it that way, like in
Yeah, and
terms
like
of,
you said, you have to price it reasonably so it's
well,
not
because the
like
thing of it is, if you jack it too high, nobody will buy it. It has to
exactly.
be,
So then
I think the number is like maybe 5% to 10% above.
yeah, I know that
the
there's like
value.
people that like yeah, people have like not gamed it, but like done the math on it and figured
Yeah.
out like exactly how much over a price you can put stuff at.
Yeah, and that's the max. They won't touch it
Well,
otherwise.
actually, what a lot of people would do, and I think I remember doing this now that we talk about it, is selling the gems.
Mhm.
So if you ever get like the gem rocks or you find
Yeah.
the fake rock every day, those things you could actually sell for quite a bit. So you could like sell them for X thousand over what their price was, and
Yeah.
then you'd actually make a good amount of money off that.
Yeah, but I never sold them.
Really?
I always kept them for Cyrus, so I could have.
Oh yeah.
So I could like change the color of things and.
See, I didn't do that
Oh
much.
man, I always did that.
I did it for a couple items, but like a lot of them didn't look the greatest.
Some of them though looked really spectacular.
What did you need the gems for? It was
to change the colors. So
I
if
didn't
you,
think you needed gems for that. Didn't you just need money, or was
No.
it certain items?
certain items had a specialty color you could add.
Oh
to it.
yeah, okay.
So like you could make gold. You can make
Mhm.
you could turn something into gold, but
Mhm.
you had to have that particular thing. And then there was
Yeah.
like if you had like a blue one, it would make it like
Mhm.
a glittery blue. Like
See, that's probably why I never did that because I don't really care for those ones. They look really gaudy to me.
some do, but some things kind of looked really cool. Like I had
Mhm.
one that someone made for me that the way they did it, it actually looked like an ice theme. like a
Ooh, that's
true
cool.
ice theme, and it was really cool looking. But I sold it all. When I revamped my town, I
Just
sold
sell
the
it
whole
all.
I sold the whole town to Tom Nook, and restarted over because I thought, this will
Yeah.
get me back into it. And I was like, after about 2 weeks, I was like, I just no.
I think that's the worst part about Animal Crossing is that like you invest so much into a town, and then once you get to that kind of like tipping point where you're like, all right, I can't really do anything else, and it's not that fun, and like it's very hard to get back into it then
It is
because
it
like there's
is.
not a when I want to get back into it, I don't want to start from scratch, but I also don't want to start at the town that I have like perfectly made.
Yeah.
But like there's no like happy medium to get you to it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's crazy. Like we're talking about the Switch version coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're so ready to jump into it and play.
Oh
It.
yeah.
But like once we hit that point in the Switch version,
Mm-hmm.
you won't
What
want
do
to
you
go
do?
start it back over again. And
Yep.
and
It happens with every one of them.
and it doesn't make sense to me. Like in theory, it just doesn't make sense. Like why couldn't you once every couple of years just go, okay, I'm going to restart from scratch? I think part of it is because you in your mind, you're like, well, I did that already.
Yeah, it's like beating the game almost, and
But
it's just like
yeah,
different.
exactly. Because it's like, well, technically, like I did everything, but I'm going to do it again
Yeah,
in the
I
Switch
think
version. So
a
what's the
lot of
difference?
it, and what I'm really excited for about the Switch one is being in the learning hype of it.
Yes.
Because I have not been like I think that's probably why I enjoy population growing so much is that like I didn't really have like the internet or anything for it. I just played it
Yeah.
and didn't have guides and I didn't have anything else. I didn't look anything up.
Yeah.
I just played it and enjoyed it. And I think with the Switch version coming out, like there'll probably be people that like data mine it and whatnot. But like
Yeah.
to be playing it on day one when like no one knows anything about it
can't
is going to be
wait, dude.
super fun.
I
And I
cannot
think
wait.
part of the reason why it gets kind of stale and like it's hard to pick up is because that learning process of it all and like having all of the new stuff and not knowing what it all is, and because it's all time based and takes so long to kind of like learn it, is that once you learn it, it takes like that charm or like the mystery behind it
Yeah.
away. And like it
You're
gets
right.
to the point where instead of being like, oh, I can work towards this, it's like, oh, I wish I just had that.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's the thing with like the QR reader, like especially because you had to make to do the QR thing, you had to like start a new character, but then talk to Sable
Yeah.
like 10 times before you could use it.
Yeah. It's like,
So like even with that, it's like, oh, I just want to do this basic thing in my town, but I have to do like 10 days worth of something to be able to even
Yeah.
do it. So it's like it just grinds the game to a halt.
The funny thing is right now people are upset that they have to work to unlock characters in Smash.
I saw you tweeting about that.
And
Did
it's
I reply to that? I was on the bus when I
I
saw
don't
that.
know.
I was
I don't
on the
know if
bus
you
to
did.
work.
I don't think you did.
I was going to, and then I'm like, I don't want to start anything.
But it's like in Animal Crossing, that's what you do. Like it's like
Yeah.
you're like that's the
So-
whole basis of the game. Like just going days and days and days to unlock a character.
You're not wrong. I do want to derail for a moment, though,
Okay, here we
to
go.
vouch my opinion for why Smash characters, or why you should have the option to just unlock them.
Okay.
Smash to me is a couch game where I just want people to come over, hang out, play some Smash, have some drinks,
Mm-hmm.
eat some food, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't particularly enjoy playing it solo, and I don't particularly enjoy playing it online.
Okay.
So for me to unlock all of those characters means that I have to sit down, play the game by myself, which is not what I enjoy about the game,
Mm-hmm.
to unlock all of those characters. And like, yes, you can play multiplayer with someone on the couch
Yeah.
to unlock them, but like that, with the amount of characters that are in the game, the speed that happens is extremely slow.
Okay. You're wrong.
That's
but
my
fine.
reasoning. I will say though, it's not that bad, and it's like
No.
every 3 games or something you get a new character, so it's
Yeah.
like not horrible.
It's fun. It's fun. I enjoy that part of it, and I think
Mhm.
maybe a lot of it is like this type of mentality.
So with that kind of tying into Animal Crossing, what if they gave you a way to just bypass a ton of stuff in it?
No, I don't
Like, what if you wouldn't like that? What if I feel like that could potentially help like that whole stale thing though.
I think maybe if it was something that did it if after you completed the first time.
That could be, or maybe if you like sell a town to Tom Nook, there'd be like milestones or something where you could
Yeah.
like choose which one you wanted to start at.
Yeah, that would
Like,
be
oh,
kinda
you
cool.
unlocked this store. Do you want this one? Or like,
Yeah.
so you could restart at a point that you wanted, but you couldn't restart at max if you never got there.
Yes.
I think that would be a smart way to do it.
Yeah.
Because,
This
like,
way-
part of the
this way it gives
frustration-
because this way you and I would continue forward playing the
Yes.
game at a,
Exactly.
Like, 'cause let's be honest, and this is the truth. This isn't. I'm not thumping my chest or anything like that. Let's be honest. if you and I played that with a
Mm-hmm.
gimp, like a gimped version, kind of, like we
Mm-hmm.
would blow through that game in no time.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so if that was like the thing that we use to keep us motivated to
Mm-hmm.
restart the game 2 years from now, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But to say like out the gates to go like, hey
Yeah,
man,
for sure.
to get the QR code reader, you only have to go talk to Sable once,
Mm-hmm.
dude. It's lights out, man.
Yeah,
Because
it gets rid of the point of it.
well, because the other thing too is when you're playing in the beginning, there's so much you're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're legitimately running around like a mad person.
Yeah, because there's so much to do.
Well, because you're trying to catch the bugs, you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
catch the fish, you're trying to do your weeds, you're trying to get your fossils, you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
get money to sell to Top and Nook. You're also trying to fill the museum with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get, I honestly, I think once you hit 1 month in,
Yeah.
it almost feels like you're starting to breathe easy now.
Yeah, I think that's true. So one thing that always kind of bugged me was that you don't get all of the tools on the first day. Or that it's like almost impossible to because you can only buy one.
Yeah.
And like, that one always bothered me. But it's also one of those things where it's like I get why they don't, but at the same time it's just kind of frustrating because it doesn't like impede you or anything.
Well, what bothers me about that is like if I want to fish
Mm-hmm.
and I can't buy a fishing pole day one,
Yeah, then you're just screwed.
then you're screwed. Or if you want to catch bugs and you
Mm-hmm.
can't, or you want to dig up fossils and you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So that part I get. Like that part I totally get. Now the watering can, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's
Whenever I
fine.
get that, I get.
I think
Whatever.
like shovel net and fishing pole should be like always in stock, or like maybe they have some like random rotation where Isabel gives you one, the shop has two or something,
Yeah, something.
so that you can at least like hit the ground running and like
And
do
even like
what the game has.
maybe the ones that rotate through is the watering can, the axe, the
Mhm.
slingshot. Like
Yeah.
they're not the essentials that you have to
Exactly.
have. Like you have
But like
to
the fishing pole and bug net are such like core parts of the game.
Absolutely.
Like fishing and bug hunting are like so
That's-
integral to what you're doing.
yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're doing. That's the
Mhm.
whole gist of the game.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much. That's what you're. That's the whole every day. Every day you're
Yeah.
doing that. You know what I mean? If I didn't have
fishing to get some money.
if I didn't have a fishing pole day one, man, I think I'd probably reboot my town. Seriously, like you need a fishing pole pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, dude, what if we got town like map editors where you could like create the map? Oh,
Oh man,
that'd be the dream.
could you imagine if they were like, not even that, if they were just well, kind of like that. Like if you're sitting there
Mhm.
and you're driving to whatever way they're going to get you to the town this time,
Mhm.
and
Ooh, what would that be this time?
um, I like the train.
Yeah, same.
I do like the train. There's something about it.
Which train though? GameCube train or the like train in New Leaf?
Well, I like the train in New Leaf a little better because it just seems like it would go by. Like the train would actually go by during the day.
Oh yeah.
Like I like that aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
The train station itself, I kind of like the GameCube one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you didn't.
I like that one
like
more.
this one, you go in New Leaf, you go in the train station.
Yeah.
With GameCube one, it's kind of like the train station's there, and you can go.
It's
up
just
in
always there.
It's always there.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like that aspect a little bit. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if you were coming to town, and then it would be like, do you have an idea of the town you're going to? And then you say
Mhm.
yes or no. If you go no, then they go, oh well, what's your hopes? Like where would you? If you
Oh,
had,
that'd be
and
kinda
then you're
cool.
just kind of like I would like, and then they're like, hey, here's a map. Like if you had an
Yeah.
ideal, like where would you put the town hall at, and
Mhm.
where would you put the store at, and where would you put the, you know what I mean? And like,
That would be sweet.
and then you're actually placing where you want the stuff to be,
yeah, that'd
and
be
then
super cool.
you get there and it's there. Like that would be kind of cool.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
One thing that there's a couple features that I'm expecting in the game now, specifically because of Happy Home Designer.
Mm-hmm.
So like in Happy Home Designer, they had like different like climates or like biomes almost, where they had like you know like
Yes.
beach houses, or they had like cherry blossom forests and
Mhm.
like mountain tops and stuff. And like, I'm kind of like expecting that now. And like just like with the mix of stuff that they've had in like Pocket Camp and all of that, like I really, really expect them to tie a lot of that stuff together with this game. Like I very much like this game would be super cool if it was just a mix of Happy Home Designer, New Leaf, and Pocket Camp, like all into one.
You know what would be kind of cool? So what I really want is I want the
Mm-hmm.
tiers like we used to
Yes,
have.
same.
So what I would really like is if the tiers were maybe like okay, so you have your map, right? It's a square. It's a
Mm-hmm.
square, right? We'll just use that as an example. It's a square.
Mm-hmm.
So in the top left-hand corner, right,
Yep.
would be a third tier, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't go all the way across the top. It's just like maybe the left quarter, right?
Yeah.
Then you come down a tier, and then it goes across, and then maybe on the right-hand side it goes back up to the third
Ooh,
tier,
yeah, that could be
right?
cool.
And then you have the whole second tier is kind of the way it is, and then the third tier dips down. What I would like
Mm-hmm.
is with that to have only on the very top it could snow like all year long because it'd
That
be
would
like
be
up in the
sweet.
mountains. You know what I mean? And then the
Yeah,
second
that'd
one
be
would
cool.
kind of like maybe snow, maybe not snow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom you don't get no snow at all because that's where the beach is.
Yeah.
So you would have that
So
climate change a little bit.
one thing that I would like to see more of is like in the update they gave us the campsite, and like
Hmm.
when you went to the campsite or campground or whatever it's called, the like background part of it was like super detailed. Like they
Yes.
had like little mini tiers and like the
Hmm.
river running through it and trees and stumps and like flowers and stuff all over it.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool if they somehow did that within the town.
Well,
Like small mini tiers and like different little like not like giant raised areas, but like
yeah.
little small ones just to give it a little bit more character than like a flat this
Yeah.
is your map kind
This
of
is
thing.
exactly the one thing that Josh brought up,
Hmm.
and I'm talking about it, and the episode's going to be 2 episodes from now, so whatever. This is so weird. This will never happen again as we move forward, but whatever. But one thing he said was, would it be kind of cool if you could arrive to towns in the RVs?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Maybe that's where that's your hub area. That's how you get in and out of the town.
I would be willing to bet money that they're gonna link it with Pocket Camp because they're already doing that with Pokemon Go and like Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah,
So like, why not do that with Animal Crossing Switch and Pocket Camp?
yeah, that would
I
be.
could see that being a thing.
So
Plus, like, well, I think I actually haven't played Pocket Camp that much, but like, you can get a ton of items and there's like a ton of random crazy stuff that you can do,
Mhm.
and like just the customization of like villagers and characters and like what you can do in that game.
Well, the other thing too is, don't they have the three brothers that do the like
Yeah, the
RV?
birds, which
Yeah,
they need to bring. They're definitely like if they're
they're
dumb if they
awesome.
don't bring them in.
They're awesome. Those three are great.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I said too was what I would like to see happen is I would like this game to be almost open to the internet in terms
Yes.
of let's
People just popping in.
well, yeah, people could just pop in, but what the way I would like it to be is let's say that someone new wants to come to my town, right?
Mhm.
Because they're on my friends list.
Uh-huh.
I have to rate them based on a level of security. And
Mhm.
meaning like you're an Animal Crossing player, you get the lure, you get all that.
Mhm.
I trust you. I give you full range. You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want to do. You want to pick up flowers, you pick up flowers. You want to kick paths, you kick paths. You can do whatever you want to do in my town
Mhm.
because I trust you. You want to go into stores and shop, you're able to go into stores and shop because
Mhm.
I trust you. But then someone that I don't know, maybe they can just come in and that's it.
Yeah,
And they
and
can't
they like
destroy paths. They can't destroy
yeah, that'd be cool.
flowers. They can't pick stuff up and steal it.
No
They can't
chopping
cut
trees or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the idea would be like maybe
The world would just be alive then.
the world be alive. And at
And
any,
like oh, okay,
any
so
time. So like I don't have to be on and you could come to my town.
yes, so I wanted to kind of like bring this up with the train station bit, but like it'd be super cool if they had like a legit train station where trains would just like come through all the time and you could just like go to random towns.
That would be awesome.
Like a train would just come in and they'd be like, "Oh, the next train is going to this town. Do you want to go there?"
That
Yes.
would be so
Boop, boop.
cool.
That'd be super cool.
They won't do
Because then
that,
it would
though.
just like promote people going to like other towns. The problem with that though,
It's
and
kids.
the reason why I think not even
No, I mean
uh,
like Nintendo's fear of kids getting messed with by adults and all that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. And like the fact that you can have like custom patterns and stuff.
Stuff.
Like
Yeah.
anytime there's user made comments or content, there's always going to be like inappropriate
You're
things.
exposing kids to bad
Yes.
stuff. But that would
Yes.
be really awesome to
Yeah, it
be
would
like,
be.
hey, we're gonna go to Itzelbest or whatever,
Mhm.
and then like you just boom, you go there and
Done
you,
there.
you land there. And here's this Japanese town, and this Japanese kid's there, and he's playing at
Mhm.
the same time. It's like, holy cow, this is awesome. Like,
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
it would be awesome, man.
It'd be really cool if they like kind of coordinated it too, so that like you'd have multiple people arriving in town at the same time.
Although, Berg, as I'm saying that, that's how the island was. Like when you
That's true. I've actually never done Public Tortimer's Island though.
It's
because I always, whenever I played it on stream, there'd always be people willing to go.
Well,
and like
the problem
Public Tortimer's Island, can't you get like locked there because some people just like won't sit down, and then it's just like, oh, now we can't leave, and then you have to just quit your game.
Yeah, to quit your game. There was someone one time that I went there that was following me around, begging me for money, and I'm like, just go away, dude. I'm not giving you money. And they're like, I'm not gonna let you leave. And I'm like, I'll just shut the game off. I can care less.
You got him.
Like, I can care less. Like, you're not talking to some little kid who's scared, who thinks they can't get out of this game. I'm not stuck here for the rest of my life. Like, get out of my way. Shut up and get out of my way. But that would be cool. Like, if they did let you do that, you know what I mean? And maybe those types of people are tier 1. They're not to be trusted. They can't just come in and do what you want. And maybe if you become friends with them, you unlock. Because remember, you could also become best friends with people.
Yeah. And best friends would have like the trusted permissions where they can do whatever.
That would be kind of cool, man. That would be really kind of cool. And maybe
it's
something where you have to play with somebody so often to be able to even make them a best friend. So that way it's not just like someone goes in and just changes your stuff and next thing they're coming in and stealing all your crap.
Yeah. That'd be so cool.
It would be awesome.
I just have a bad feeling that it's not going to happen.
Listen, none of it's going to happen. I assure you, my friend. And everything we're talking about right now, there is not going to be a single solitary thing happen. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have animals, and that's there's going to be crossings, and that's it.
Expect New Leaf, but hopefully better.
That's my biggest thing. I want at least New Leaf. I mean, ultimately, let's look at this. Ultimately, for me, if I got New Leaf as the core, right, with the campsite in there, with the home designer advancements in there, and then you take those 3 things. The other thing I would like to do is have Happy Home Designer be there and be like
as like the game, like where you can design your villagers' houses and stuff. Yes.
Make it be. Maybe it's a thing where you go like, I don't want to be mayor no more. And then
that'd be kind of cool.
You step aside, and then you go become the home designer, and that's your job from now on. Like, or whatever.
Well, honestly, even if they just had like that downtown area that like Happy Home had, where like if they did that with like actual stores that you could shop in, and you could like design some of them and stuff, like just bring it all together into one cohesive, like, this is Animal Crossing. Here's your downtown. You get to design all of these stores. And like that's the thing with Happy Home. It was like, oh, you need X, Y, and Z in this house, right?
Yeah.
Like what if they did that for your downtown where it's like, oh, this is where you put the display things that have the random items that come on it.
Yeah, man.
And then you get to like design the stores, and then like, they can have restrictions that are like, oh, you need to have a path that goes through it, and like people need to be able to walk to get to the items, and like, oh,
dude, it would be awesome.
That could be so cool.
My God, dude, this is. We gotta stop talking.
We just need Animal Crossing.
We're getting ourselves all hyped up, and the bad
we're gonna be disappointed when we get to it. It doesnn't happen. We're just gonna be like, shoot.
Anybody, all 2 people that are listening to us, which is probably our mothers. They're probably like anybody that's listening to this is probably getting excited with us, and they're probably going to be let down too. Like,
we're hyping everyone up for things that aren't going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Keep your expectations real.
That's my general go-to with Nintendo.
You have to be.
But like, I don't think it's also terribly unrealistic to think that they would merge these games into one.
I don't think it is either. I think that if the one thing you notice with Animal Crossing is they're consistently taking the best stuff and building upon it.
Yes.
Like they always, like that's to me, like they got a little wonky in there with City Folk. But then they kind of went back and just revamped the whole thing. Back to the
they
basics.
still like have the city, because like in New Leaf you can go like up to the city area and stuff. But they took the bad parts out of it.
Yes, exactly.
Like, they took the insane loading times out of it.
Yeah.
They actually put like the main store there.
Yeah.
And like all the stuff that you need is like up there.
And I kind of like the fact that they took Nookingtons or Nook's Cranny or whatever it is out of the bottom level and moved it up into the stores. I agree. And then I would also kind of maybe just say, like, retail, move that up there now. Like, the way I would like to see it is the main world is kind of like your mom and pop shops that are up. And then once they've made it, they get moved up to the big city.
Do you think they'd do that with retail? Because like that's kind of what they did with like all the other shops that used to be in the main town. They like moved them up to the city.
Yeah, I would like them to see retail. I would like to see retail move up, and then maybe a new store pops up there. Like maybe
Yeah, that'd be cool.
What I-
Because they have to have a new character.
well, why couldn't you make a lawn and garden store that's just a lawn and garden store?
But they have one.
No, but that's only when you get to a certain point, and it's a little section.
No, because it starts as its own shop, and then it eventually merges with the big Nook shop.
No, it doesn't.
There's a shop for it.
No.
Yeah, there's
It
a
isn't until you
specific
become
store for it.
Nookingtons that he builds that little corner.
No, he gets a corner in there, but I'm pretty sure Leaf he had a shop for like a brief amount of time, and then it gets taken over by Nookingtons. I'm like 99% positive.
I think you're wrong. Look it up.
I'm
You're
googling
wrong.
it. I'm googling it right now, and I'm going to
if you're-
prove you wrong. It's there.
If you're wrong, you have to buy me the game.
I am not wrong. I'm sending you a link right now. Look at that. The garden store. It does get merged faster than Nookingtons, though. It's there when it's Nook's Cranny or whatever the OG.
But
first one is called.
it's in Nook's Cranny.
Not for the first one.
Oh, so it's on the outside.
The first iteration has its own shop, and then it gets merged.
Okay. Well, I would like to see it
Be its whole thing.
a
yes.
little bigger, and its
I
own
agree.
store. Meaning, you can go in there, and maybe that's the thing where like you can buy better shovels from him, and you could buy all.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
did
cool.
like that too. How a lot of stuff like you bought was tied to him. Meaning, like if you bought seedlings, if you bought stuff like that's how you got your silver shovel. That's how you get your gold shovel. Buy stuff like that. Like I'm okay with that stuff. I'm okay with that.
It'd be really cool if they. I don't even know what they could do. It'd be really cool if they added more types of like flowers and stuff to it, and like you could just buy all these weird things from him, or like they had different ways of like doing hybrids, like make more of that, like gamify that more.
I would like there to be a laboratory where maybe it is in Leaf's thing. Where
Gene splicing.
Where you go in, you go like, I want you to make me a purple pansy, and the person goes, okay, you need to get me a white and a blue pansy or whatever. Or whatever.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Bring them to me, and then I can make you this. And then they make it,
that'd be
and then
cool.
you're guaranteed to get it, rather than just throwing them out into the wild.
Yeah.
And getting lucky. You
And
know?
like they could like, how would that work? You could get like seeds or something for it too, or like I don't know. That'd be really neat because then you could breed things that weren't just flowers.
Yes,
Because like you could breed bushes and stuff too.
that would be awesome.
To like have hybrid bushes and stuff, or like what if you could mix the bushes and the flowers?
Yeah,
And then you could like put like the blue hybrid flowers onto a bush, and then it would. Oh,
that would
could
be
so
awesome, dude. That would be.
So much customization that would be possible.
Oh,
That'd be the dream.
this is trouble.
Yeah, it is. Our expectations are too high.
We are
This is not going
we are
well.
doomed, man. We are gonna have a miserable life.
I shouldn't have agreed to do this podcast.
In the perfect world,
hmm
when would this game launch?
I mean,
Besides
January.
now, like where do you think in 2019 this thing launches?
I think it'll be sooner rather than later.
I do too.
I think probably within the first half of 2019.
In my gut, I feel like this launches early March.
Yeah. Or like, what is early March, first quarter of the fiscal year?
The last day of March is the first day of April is the new quarter.
Okay, I would guess somewhere around there.
So
Honestly.
I'm thinking Breath of the Wild. So when they launched Breath of the Wild, that was basically it gave them a month, and it helped sales for the end of the quarter, the year previously.
Oh,
So-
that's smart thinking.
And with Nintendo saying we want to sell 20 million units in in this year, that's
Yeah.
their last push.
yeah,
Like, because to me, of all the games that they've announced so far, Animal Crossing is your last hope to push
yeah, I think
consoles.
Animal Crossing is the last like big title that they have.
Yeah. In
Other
terms
than
of,
doing like another new Mario and
well,
Zelda
yeah,
and stuff.
in
But,
terms
like,
of selling
one thing-
consoles, this
Yep.
game, because they could do special edition, and you would get a lot of
True.
people double dipping.
Yeah, there'd be you're totally right there.
So that would be the answer is you would get people that are Animal Crossing fans that haven't committed yet that would buy the Switch, and then you would get people that do have the Switch, because I would day one. If they put out another special edition Switch, unless it's really ugly, but
Like the
can't-
Smash one.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
the Smash one was real bad.
yeah, that was like if you kind of, I just want the whole dock painted.
Oh yeah.
I want everything. Like I want it all special. Like I
Hmm.
want it to feel like it's something different. Not
Yep, like Joy-Cons dock,
yeah,
the
man.
screen,
Yeah.
everything.
Like I want it all, not just a stupid bar through it, and it's so dumb. Like
Hmm.
someone even said the other day, like they put them in the Joy-Con grip, the
Yeah.
Smash one, and it's like you have the bar that goes like this, and then the middle section of the Joy-Con grip it's just blank. Like why
Oh
didn't you
no,
why
they
didn't you
didn't even
put
give
the
a
bar?
special.
Why
Yeah,
didn't you
why
put
didn't they give a special Joy-Con grip too? Like,
so
come on,
stupid,
Nintendo.
man? This is so dumb.
Ugh.
Um, I don't know. Anyway, Berg, thank you for doing this, man. This
Yeah,
was an absolute blast, man.
no problem. I'm gonna be severely disappointed when the game comes out now, but that's fine.
The real quick, let everybody know where they can find you at and all that stuff.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch 4 days a week, twitch.tv/Bergability, or on all the social medias at Bergability.
Please check him out. He's awesome. And when Animal Crossing comes, he will probably be
Oh yeah.
he'll probably be streaming it for about a week, and then he's done, and he'll go back to like Smash or something like that. 'Cause,
Oh please. No, Animal Crossing will probably be a solid like month or two that I'll probably be playing.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
right.
with you, dude. I think I'm pretty sure that when Animal Crossing launches, it'll become like my go-to.
It's going to be very interesting to see it on Twitch because the previous with New Leaf, there was a very large barrier to entry with capture cards for the
Yeah,
3DS.
this is different.
But the Switch, yeah, like everyone will be playing it. Because
Everyone
like
will be playing
we even saw that with like Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah, everybody, dude. Everybody has.
Yeah,
it.
there's so many people that like I would have never thought that would be like shiny hunting that are shiny hunting.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
I cannot wait, dude. I'm like so excited for this. Like this is it. For me, this is it. I'm like, because I play that game so like we talked about it on Nintendo Talk Live. Like I play it so much as it is. Like
Yep.
literally, I would have normally on a Sunday, man, I'm off. I don't have nothing to do, no plans.
Animal
I'd have played
Crossing.
all day. I would have played all
Yep.
day. Literally 8-9 hours I'd have put in on that game because that's just what I used to do. And for my thing is why not stream it? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm here by myself, got nothing better to do, so just throw it up and stream and just play the game as I play it. And people come in, I can talk to them, and I'll just keep playing. So that's what I'm looking forward to. It's gonna be such
yeah,
a blast.
it's gonna be sweet.
You can follow me over on Twitter at Nintendo Gurus. Check out everything else at nintendoguru.com. That is all. Peace out, Preston. You're not gonna say bye?
Oh, am I? I didn't know. You sounded like you wrapped it up pretty well. Bye, everyone.